So last week we got news that Square Enix would be shutting down their mobile battle royale game Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, which was a little bit shocking to some people because this was a game that was technically tied up into the lore of Final Fantasy VII, taking place as a prequel before we had people like Cloud and Zack show up and actually affect the world. Now, some people were not surprised. I kind of was. I was expecting this game to be around a little bit longer because I was under the impression it was doing better than it was, with them actually supporting it with about 4 seasons worth of content. So if you want, you can check out the video I made last week, just kind of going over the reasons why I think this game itself failed, and also where the heck is Ever Crisis? I'll leave that video in the description and as a card if you'd like to check that out. With that being said, the game is not going out with a whimper, rather they are still going to be supporting it until January 11th when the game actually shuts down. And there are 2 more events for the fans to take advantage of in The First Soldier. The first one completely caught my eye. It looks cool and it sounds really cool, and it's actually an anniversary event to celebrate the game's 1-year anniversary on mobile. And it's an event called Cloud vs. Zack, which unfortunately there's no trailer available for this. I honestly don't even know if they're gonna do a trailer considering the game is going to shut down in January. Square Enix probably figures, well, we're gonna shut this game down anyway, there's really no reason to do any more marketing for it. But they did provide a really badass key art of Cloud and Zack getting ready to go at it. It looks beautiful, and if anything, it just kind of makes me want Final Fantasy VII Rebirth now. I'm just imagining those 2 fighting side by side together in that game, or the third part of the trilogy, and it just makes me really excited. But they do have a bit of a description here in regards to this anniversary event. It says Part 1, Cloud vs. Zack. It'll be available from November 1st through the 15th. Locate the Buster Sword on the training field to transform into a certain legendary figure. This is a special mode in which candidates can enjoy battling with Cloud and Zack. Not only can you experience one-on-one battles between Cloud and Zack, but you will also be able to take on these 2 powerful iconic characters as a regular candidate. Unlike the last Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII collab, this event offers exciting 3-way fights. And then they do have 1 more event scheduled. It is the Ultimate Mode. That will be taking place from November 15th through the 30th. That one says players will start at a max level and only high rarity items appear in the supercharged Ultimate Mode battles. So it really sounds like a God mode kind of situation where they're going to let people just kind of let loose, be max level, and use a lot of really cool items. And then the last thing they have scheduled are 2 more events for the final season of The First Soldier. Those are going to be official tournaments. The first one will be team-based and the last one will be solo. And then that marks the end of the First Soldier's run. So when I did my last video, most people were not shocked or surprised that this game was getting canceled, but there were some people who left comments saying they were genuinely bummed out because they did enjoy the game. So it looks like for those of you who did enjoy The First Soldier, you're going to still get a couple more months of entertainment out of this game. And it is nice that Square Enix isn't just dumping the game by the wayside, that they're still going to be supporting it until that final day on January 11th where the game shuts down service. So with that being said, I am Curious Corduroy. Again, if you want to check out my video on why The First Soldier failed and where the heck Ever Crisis is, I'll leave those at the very end of this video. I also covered some Resident Evil 4 stuff from the Capcom Showcase the other day, as well as the newest Final Fantasy 16 trailer, Ambition. So if you want to know more about that stuff, go ahead and check out the end of this video. Please leave any of your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What do you guys think of these last 2 events, especially the Cloud versus Zack event? I think this key art they released is gorgeous. That's going to be my new wallpaper on my computer. But if you were someone who did actually play The First Soldier and still play it and enjoy it, what are you looking forward to the most in these final months? I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to always be excellent to one another.